Hello, beautiful being. Welcome to this episode where we are going to unpack and uncover and reveal some of the most touchy subjects that we could probably unveil here on Earth. And that is the secrets of how freaking dark magic works. Now, I know it is something that, we have been conditioned to not look into. Don't worry about it. I mean, just do. Keep doing life the Matrix way, and don't. These are just tales. These are just fairy tales, the which only exists in children's stories. Well, let me tell you that dark magic is much more present than you could that you convinced yourself it is. And it is freaking everywhere. The Matrix uses dark magic because dark magic operates from illusions. And and the only way, and I'm hearing very loudly, this will really tick for some of you. The only way that it can incept in your system, the only way that dark magic can influence you, it is if you carry wounds, if you carry emotional wounds. And this is how the whole freaking system operates, is they traumatize you from the very young age, especially in school, and afterwards, because your system is weakened, the dark magic can work on you. And this can go in many, many ways. It can be through, giving your power away to the system, or giving your power away to certain people, the karmic people. And I will give you some examples to make this concrete, because I know we're talking about energy, and energy is, just not tangible, not palpable, but it's becoming more and more, because we are living right now very, very prophetic times. And those of you who are into religion and who know, you can just let me know in the comments below the exact words that you are using to describe this event that we are currently really in the middle of, because it's where the veil is lifted, is where the dark spells will just no longer work. We have increased our light so much, because we have healed. We have been on this journey of healing, on this journey of understanding over the past years, especially the last 4 years, personally for the past 10 years. And we have seen through so many bullshit that right now we are awakened, and on a larger scale, there are millions of us that are awakening. And the dark, because it's almost like we have been living in the night, and now the dawn, we see the dawn of a new world. This is really, really what it is. And there is a book out there, I think it's a Pleiadian who wrote the Dawn of a New Age or something. Can't remember, but it's a truly beautiful, beautiful book, and we are living it. I'm gonna put it in the comments below. Sorry, I'm just really recording this with a rush of energy right now. So, right now. The way I'm going to give you a few examples. Okay, first things first, root chakra. And this is especially for the feminine energy within you all. I'm speaking to both masculine and feminine, gender related, but we are talking about the feminine energy within us all. The feminine energy within us all, it is the soul. It is the spiritual dimension. It is the intuition, the creativity, the sensuality, the real sensuality, not the, we're going to get into that, not the fabricated, artificial sensuality. the spiritual one, the one that carries the energy of God. Everything karmic is artificial, is fabricated, is disconnecting you from God. And right, so the feminine energy within us all is the one that connects us to true source energy. Because fundamentally, from thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of years, the feminine energy has been constantly put down, ostracized, attacked. The real feminine energy and spirituality, it was ultimately for the dark energies to take over the matrix, to take over the third dimension. Because the feminine energy within us all is the one that connects us to the truth, is the one that connects us to God's source energy. And so, of course, how better to program humans, and how better to make them weak than to disconnect them from God's source energy, period. And so if you're not connected to your soul, you're a pawn in the matrix. You're a pawn in the karmic dynamics, with the karmic marriages, karmic families, karmic everything, karmic behaviors. You're swayed back and forth by these addictions, but you're a slave to the system. You're a slave to the karmic, the devil energy. Everything karmic belongs to the devil. So, coming back to survival. Okay, so our root chakra has been destroyed, especially the divine feminine energy within us all. And we have been attacked, and this translates in us just not being able to sustain ourselves or to survive in the world as a divine being. Therefore, the only way that you can be out there in the matrix and earn a living and do this is by being in your wounded masculine energy. The whole freaking matrix has been built out of wounded masculine energy. And if you're not connected to the divine, to the source energy, you're gonna give just all your life force and all your power away to the money system, to the hustle programming, and to feeding your ego off this programming. But all that crap is not real. It's all an illusion for you to feed the beast, to feed the system, to use. They're using your life force energy, your precious energy, and your time here on earth as a soul, as a being, for a freaking illusion, for the system. And so when you are not connected to your soul, because you have been gaslit, because you have been wounded, because your divine feminine energy within you, which is your soul, your creativity, your life force, your aliveness, just what makes you come alive, because that has been constantly put down and constantly attacked, again, by the system, by your family, by karmic energies around you. It has become very difficult for you to connect to that part of you because it's so wounded. Now, the second layer of that, or the second example that I can use, is our sacral chakra. Our sacral chakra is the creativity, the life force. This is truly the feminine center of our body. And because we have been disconnected from it, we have been we have been vulnerable to emotional programming and emotional manipulation. And this is especially especially for the masculine collective. And again, this is not, I repeat, and I want to stress this is not shaming in any way, shape, or form. Because if I were to be in a masculine body, I would have gone through the same karmic lessons. So I'm not using this as a way to attack or to say, oh, this is a really neutral. I'm sharing from a neutral perspective where I see how things work. And as a feminine, I had my own karmic wounds. I had my own karmic shamings to go through. But the masculine collective has gone through a lot of sexual programming, sexual addiction, and all these systems that have used the wounded energy within you that has been installed from a very young age, because you have had maybe sexual trauma, or simply, the distorted image that nowadays this I can't, it's really even hard for me to put it into words how dark and how distorted our sexual energy has become, when in fact is one of the most sacred energies that we embody. And it's really the energy of creation, of God source energy. You literally create humans. You create from your sexual life force energy. So there is nothing more precious than that. And obviously all these system, pornography, horrible, just distorted Netflix movies, all these temptresses, karmic temptresses, prostitution, gosh, anyway, just horrible system that keep the masculine wounded and using their life force energy. Whereas when you go inward, when you detach from this, from consuming any sort of, from feeding of that addiction, when you come back into your body and you allow that creative force to be channeled into new earth energies, meaning into new earth projects, into a divine love. Because in a divine love partnership, the energy flows, the energy the energy goes from one to another. It can circulate, because through open chakras, the energy circulates. But when there are blockages in our energy centers, the energy goes only one way. Meaning in addictions, the energy only goes one way. Meaning you're simply drained. You're not getting anything out of. I hope if you understand this topic, it's probably the biggest shift and breakthrough that you can have, is understanding that when you are healed in your system, when your energy is healed, when you operate from your true self and your healed energy, you can regenerate. The activities you take part in, they give you back. This is why creativity is so enlivening, is so enriching, because when you do something, it comes back to you. When you have intimate connection with a divine partner, that energy is just so fulfilling, because it comes back to you. It's not draining. It's not just giving it to a person or to a habit or to a system. And this is how dark magic works, is keeping you in a loop of where your energy is being used, where you're being used. And the illusions that keep you tied to that reality is simply you not being aware of this. But guess what? Now you are. So it is time for you to unhook from all those illusions, because they are using your fears, which are not real. They're using your addictions. They're using your wounds to feed the system. And as starseeds, as healers of the age, as creators, this is why I keep using, and I will keep using, the word creator. We are the new earth creators. We create from a healed place, because we are taking all our power back from all this puppet on a string systems, and we are creating. We are directing our energy into our vision, and for as quote unquote hard as it may seem, because obviously, yeah, we're going against the system, we're going against the things that we have been boxed in, but we are creating. And this is the real freedom, is when you know you're not attached to anything that depletes you, but rather you're engaging in environments that only give you back, only give you back, only give you back. And this is the new earth reality. No longer slavery. We came here to free ourselves first and foremost, and to free others as well, because the freaking system only wants to create slaves to benefit a freaking few. And they're using dark magic that can only touch you. Dark magic is not something that is just, okay, I'm going to put a spell on someone. I gotta tell you, as a divine feminine, I have had so many people done dark magic on me that I can't even, it's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. First of all, starting from my family, because of jealousy, because of, all these things can be considered as dark spells as well on a lower scale. Now, witchery, energy, it's manipulating energy, but thoughts are energy, words are energy. But, through some ancient practices as well, like formalized in a way, this is, let's say on a bigger scale, some people know how to manipulate energy on a much more powerful way. And so I have had dark spells on me, from so many people, and especially those who were jealous and envious. And the more powerful they were attached to the devil, the more that could have an effect on me. But ultimately, through me healing and through me stepping into my own power and getting close to God every single time, I was able to become intact. Like, I cannot be reached by any freaking thing. And this is why today I'm sharing this episode, because I'm so close to God that no one and nothing can touch me. But it came through repeated experiences where I felt so powerless, where I felt so attacked, where I had to pull myself literally from the floor, where I had no energy at all, where I almost thought I would leave this realm. But I had to come back. I had to pull myself out of there and understand that if that energy reached me, if it's because my system was weak, it's because I was weakened from all those woundings in my childhood and all the woundings that the system that is putting us down is causing on us. So this is why, as starseeds, we have to really get into, and the being strong is not the 3D way of being strong. It's just like tough it up and go out there and be in a reactive state. No. The real strength comes from within. The real strength comes from facing your own fears, comes from healing, and comes from the energy of God. The strength is not the, interesting. So, Gary Zukov, in my absolute favorite book of all time, The Seat of the Soul, talks about external power and authentic power. And this is exactly what he's talking about. Is not going out there and fighting for our place in the 3D, because there is no such thing as place for us in the 3D, but it is gaining that authentic power, becoming creators, and create the world that we came here to create, period. But unless we see how the world operates, unless we see how everything works and how we are just living around so many unconscious people and so many unconscious, just traumatized humans, we are gonna keep looping in the false reality that there's something wrong with us, but it's not. It's absolutely not. And I want to say that to reach this level of understanding, I went through literally 10 years of constantly, daily asking myself, what the fuck is wrong with the world? Literally every single day, I'm like, wait a minute, this is not normal. What's going on? And so I went through deep levels of understanding to get to this point where, okay, this is how it works. We have been gaslit. We have been attacked. We have been, because, when you say, when you share this to a normal person or whoever else you want to share this with, they will tell you, who the fuck you think you are? They will tell you, oh, this is just a story. You're making this up, or don't be such a victim, or whatever that version of gaslighting may be. These are ultimately freaking stories to keep you asleep, to keep you tied to a low vibrational energy, to keep you tied to their timeline, because they cannot have access in the 5D, and they want to keep you tied to their limited reality through manipulation. But you gotta learn that so long you're gonna keep being trapped in the mind is the one that keep you stuck, that doesn't allow you to see, to pierce through the illusions, because it is only in your heart, in your soul, that energy of truth can emanate and can expose those freaking illusions. It is only through the light of God that you can see through the illusions. And whoever is trying to convince you of anything, it's simply trying to drag you down into some sort of agenda. But you know your truth better than anyone. You know your truth. You know who you are, and living and I'm gonna wrap this up with this last message that I really hope is gonna get to as many of you as possible. The mere fact that one soul, aka you, that one soul cannot find its place in the world, it is a testament that it's not welcoming and there is something wrong, right? Even if you were to be alone, there would still be something wrong with the world, because you did not come here by accident. I hope you can understand what I mean. Is if a pure, beautiful soul like you intuitively feels that there's something wrong out there, and even if every single person tells you the opposite, then you realize that you're in an inverted reality, because your pure soul, your light, cannot coexist with the nonsense that is out there. So that in itself is the evidence that there's something freaking inherently wrong with the world. But then you have been gaslit, then you have, been conditioned, been traumatized and all that stuff, that you forgot who you are. You forgot you're a starseed. You forgot how close you are to God. You have given away your power. But guess what? Not only you're right, not only you're not crazy, but you're also not alone, because there's so many, there are thousands, there are millions, I'm hearing there are millions of us out there. We are the 144,000 plus millions of other starseeds, and you're not alone. You are not alone. That was it. I hope this was not too chaotic, but this is also it's also the energy that we are operating from right now, because we are awakening, right? And so as a baby that is learning new steps, we are going to fall, we're going to lift ourselves up, because we're learning a new way of being. We're learning how to live from truth, from freedom. We're learning a new way of being. And just as you have perfected your persona, you are going to perfect this new way of being from your truth, and this new identity, and this new way of being. The only reason why your ego feels familiar or it feels comfortable is because you have invested in it. The only reason why a karmic marriage feels like it's pulling you is because of familiarity, but it's not because it's good for you. On the contrary, the same way with a job, it is because you have the quote-unquote consistency of going there every day and it's the same old, and your programming has solidified enough for you to create automatic habits. But this is the automation, this is the AI, this is the timeline, the 3D timeline, the robot. This is not creator energy, it's depletion energy. And we're out of that because we know the truth. And so we are healing, we are taking back all our power from all those influences, and now we are stepped into our truth and we are creating the new earth together. I'm sending you so much Syrian love and healing, and I look forward to hearing from you. Take care, and bye for now.